During lunch, my best friend said, "You have a key to the principal's house, right?" I almost choked on my pizza. Why? You see that TikTok where the seniors all snuck into their principal's house for a sleepover? I put my pizza down. Dude, he literally said anyone who tries a prank won't walk at graduation. He just shrugged. But this is our only shot. We're never gonna be seniors again. I already knew he wasn't gonna take no for an answer. He kept going. You get us in, we camp out in sleeping bags, and when he wakes up, he grinned. It'll be perfect. I should mention, the principal is my grandfather. And 2 weeks ago, he'd banned senior pranks entirely. Made an announcement and everything. Said it was non-negotiable. Everyone blamed me like I had some magic switch I could flip. Josh, talk to him. He's your grandpa. He'll listen to you. But they didn't see what I saw. Every Sunday dinner at his house, pushing food around his plate in a kitchen that used to be full of my grandma's humming. She passed last spring, and honestly, we lost him too. The guy who used to hunt down prank culprits just to outprank them back. The guy who showed up to Spirit Week in full costume and lost his voice at every pep rally. Gone. So I knew I should have said no. Instead, I said, he takes his hearing aid out at night, sleeps like a rock until 6 a.m. The whole table leaned in. Within an hour, there was a group chat. Within a day, 80 seniors were in it. Within a week, we had a full plan. Entry time, sleeping bag placement, even a map of which floorboards to avoid. And then it was go time. At midnight on April 30th, I led 80 seniors through his backyard. We moved like shadows, sleeping bags tucked under arms, pillows clutched to chests, everyone suppressing giggles as we filed through the back door one by one. I guided them around the squeaky spot near the fridge, pointed out the floorboard by the stairs that groaned if you stepped in the center. Within an hour, his entire living room and kitchen were covered in sleeping bags arranged in perfect rows. People were taking selfies, giving thumbs up, already imagining his face in the morning. I knew him. After the shock wore off, he'd probably make us all pancakes and tell this story at every graduation for the next decade. By 2 a.m., most of us were drifting off. That's when we heard it. A massive thud from upstairs, then something that sounded like gasping. I don't remember running up the stairs. I just remember suddenly being there. Grandpa was on the floor, barely breathing. His face was the color of ash, and he was clutching his chest like he was trying to hold his heart inside his body. When our eyes met, I saw something I'd never seen before. My grandfather was terrified. "Call 911!" My voice cracked as I dropped to my knees beside him. "Grandpa, it's Josh. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay." The next few minutes were pure chaos, but somehow everyone knew exactly what to do. Sophie was already sobbing into the phone with emergency services. Tom had his fingers on my grandfather's pulse, calling out numbers from his lifeguard training. Liz came sprinting from the bathroom with aspirin because her mom survived a heart attack last year, and she knew every second counted. The rest of the senior class cleared furniture, turned on every light, propped open doors. Someone ran outside to flag down the ambulance. My grandfather kept trying to speak, but couldn't get words out. He just looked at me with this expression I'll never forget, like he was apologizing for ruining our prank. I held his hand and kept talking, told him about the sleepover, about how everyone was here because we missed him, the real him. 5 minutes felt like 5 hours. When the EMTs burst through the door, one of them actually stopped and stared at all of us packed into the hallway. As they loaded my grandfather onto the stretcher, she pulled me aside. "You kids saved his life tonight. If he'd been alone, he wouldn't have made it." 1 week later, I sat in the gymnasium for graduation. My grandfather took the podium, and the whole room went silent. Each and every senior sitting here tonight thought it would be funny to break into my house last week. I watched parents turn to their kids in horror, and thank God they did. His voice cracked, or I wouldn't be standing here today. The gymnasium erupted, and my grandfather smiled. Really, truly smiled. For the first time in over a year. "As long as I'm principal," he continued, "there will always be a senior prank at this school." After the ceremony, he pulled me into a hug and held on longer than he ever had before. Your grandmother would have loved this story.